Welcome back to another multiplayer battle. I'm playing as the Wood Elves and our enemies are playing as the Dwarves. We're in a 2v2. We wanted to have a thematic battle and that is what we have right now. I brought in my Eternal Guardsmen that have shields, treekin on the front lines. They're very durable and they can fight for a long time. I have armor piercing with my archers. They have Starfire shafts which do have armor piercing. Over here I've got my Ladies of the Thorn. Not really their name, but I like that title. My ally, if we go look at him, he's got a lot of archers and they have Starfire shafts too. I mean, that's pretty much a given whenever you're fighting a heavily armored faction like the Dwarfs. We're looking at a Waste Stalker, I brought one as well. A Forest Dragon, a Glade Lord too. Back over here we've got, Hawk Riders. And a lot of other units too. Let's let the battle play out. Our enemies, well, my enemy has a lot of flame cannon, which I can understand why. That can be quite effective when fighting woodland creatures. He brought in Ungrim, a Master Engineer, and a Runesmith. A lot of Longbeards too. A few Thunderers. My ally's enemy brought in Slayers, which will always be effective. Those are pretty scary. Archers could destroy them, but still. Quarterlers on the front lines. We're looking at a Cannon for anti-large and a Goblobber. Oh, and Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. I feel like Clan Angren brought in a lot more things that could hurt a Wood Elf faction, but we'll find out. My ally was flying over here, I don't know why, maybe to deter their fire, to ambush them, I don't know what. Those dragons are very cool looking. Gotta love them. I wanted to move around them to their flank, that way my enemies would reposition as well. I wanted to bring in a Manticore. Even though they die over time now, I could use it as a distraction. That way, one unit or two units might not be able to attack me. The Goblobber is doing a little bit of damage. Or is he? Hold on. I thought he would have. Never mind. No one's died over here yet, from what I can tell. Is that a body? There's one. Okay. We found one. Now the Quarterlers are shooting at the Eternal Guardsmen that have shields. That's what they're meant for, though. If we go look at what they have a chance to deflect a ranged attack, 55% chance, which is pretty good. So that is why shields are so good. Now they'll be firing back and forth, but he does have artillery and that can do a lot of damage. I'm beginning to charge in. Flame cannons are now hitting my treekin and doing an okay amount of damage, not a lot though. Here comes my Manticore going after one flame cannon. I was hoping to deter that from being able to hit me for a time. Let's go look at what's happening right now. A lot of volleys for one. A lot of armor piercing. The treekin are now moving in. And they look incredibly cool as they do so. Oh hi, I'm here. Beautiful. What a shot. Well, they'll be fighting here on the front lines for me. I didn't want to hit every part of their line. Why would I want to hit every part of their line when I could hit a portion of it and make them come to me? My Manticore is being shot at. That is a good distraction. So look at what's happening to my ally. My ally is currently using volleys to hurt his enemy. They're charging forward instead of having a skirmish exchange, which is interesting. I thought they would want to have that. Now they won't be able to guard their artillery effectively. I mean, they're back here, but still, one flying unit could go take it out. Oh, you brought in your treekin, but in your reserves. Okay. A little bit different from my format. Treekin went right in. I have a Shield of the Thorns for my Sisters of the Thorn. That is why they're so darn good. They have a beautiful buff to where I can do more damage, which is why I like to bring them in. You can use them heavily. You don't even really need more than a handful to stay on the battlefield. As long as they're buffing you up and debuffing your enemies, they can debuff enemy range units and slow them down, which is very important, and I'll be using that at a crucial point later in the map. Not right now, though. But here's the battle as it's happening. Let's go check out what's happening on my ally side. I've got to, do my slow motion thing from time to time. The Glade Lord is diving down to go fight a few Longbeards, which is really surprising. It's pretty dangerous. I wouldn't do that myself, but we've got a Forest Dragon who came down, didn't get any kills. He's probably going for the artillery. I would imagine he would be. Look at that. Very cool. Here's the Glade Lord again, potentially being shot at. That is a good distraction, but I'm hoping he'll follow suit and bring his main army in. But right now, he's allowing his archers to do a lot more damage. They're accumulating a few kills. Not a lot of kills yet, but a few kills. Okay. back to my side. I feel like my side had a little bit more action going on earlier on. Here comes Durthu. Have to watch out. He's very easy to target. I have a tree man on the front lines, causing fear and terror. And he's heavily armored. I did use that debuff, the Curse of Onra here, or Onra Air, which is great for any ranged unit. That way they can't shoot you. They're not accurate. I did use my Lamentation. I got a few kills. I took out a block of their infantry. My tree kin are still fighting. I did use Pan's Infinite Health upgraded. That way we could endure a little bit longer. And now we're charging in. I was bringing my spearmen in around them. That way we could fly all around them. My archers are still back here. I could probably get more kills if I focus on a different target. Yeah, I didn't use my archers as much. I was too busy trying to micromanage my infantry on the front lines. My ally is still all around the map. What's cool is that he's kind of on my side too. That way they can't help their ally. And if they need to help me, maybe they will. I don't know. I doubt it. There's a great eagle just flying above, which is pretty surprising. There's quarterlies all around. That Glade Lord is routing in the very beginning of the fight. We're looking at a Forest Dragon taking a lot of damage, and that is why I wouldn't have done that. The Hawk Rider should have been over here much earlier on, in my own humble opinion. There might be a bit of friendly fire, hopefully not. Hopefully they'll get a few kills on the Dwarves. But I'm beginning to cause a wedge right in the middle of their formation. Durthu's going to take a lot of damage. I'm using him extensively in this battle. Trying to have him cleave in twain my dwarf enemy, who had a nice friendly fire shot right into his own formation. That was beautiful. I love that. Spearman is still moving around. Okay. My rangers took a lot of damage early on. Okay, my thorns are now attacking another flame cannon. I wanted them gone immediately. I'm going after Thunderers now. We'll go look at my ally in just a moment. Let's go look over here. The tree kin are still fighting. They can take a lot of damage, but they'll hold. They'll be here for a long time. They're not meant to get a lot of kills. They're just meant to be here to hold them back. The animations are not quick. The Eternal Guardsmen, or Eternal Guards, are over here still fighting a lot of my dwarf enemy. If my dwarf enemy had tougher melee, then maybe I would have had a tougher time. I don't know, but they didn't, so that's why I went in. Tough enough for me. The Dryads could have gone around behind these guys and killed them, but we have two groups entangled onto one. But the Dryads have magical damage, so maybe that will help them out. The Archers are still doing a lot of damage. The Waystalker took a lot of damage. 41 kills, which is not too shabby for a hero. Not at all. That means the Master Engineer and the Witch Hunter need to be buffed up, because the Waystalker is very good at shooting, whereas other units are not. So there needs to be a tweak for those type of heroes that are not very good at shooting. The Glade Guards are doing their thing. 42 kills now, which is not too bad either. These guys have no kills yet. The Treekin are holding back a Longbeard group. We have a Thane moving in, and Beligar Ironhammer. That Great Eagle is still flying on its own. The Hawk Riders did a lot of good going after one Goblobber. It's not completely gone yet. The Glade Lord's coming back, and that Forest Dragon is still... Oh, it's shattered, so it will not be back. I wonder if he's going to be able to win. There's a lot of archers here, but his melee is kind of lacking. On my side, it's a little bit more involved. I'm trying to use my archers to go after the Thunderers now. I'm using my buffs, my debuffs, whatever I can. I'm using another spell over here. And that is a epic item, a relic item that Durthu can have, and I use Flock of Doom to do a lot of damage to all of the Longbeards who are fighting Durthu. I begin to move him out because he's taking way too much damage. For my liking, 43 kills, which is not a lot, but it's okay. My Rangers will be back later, hopefully. They only got 13 kills, but they're not heavily armored, I believe. Are they? Nope, 40 armor, not a lot. We're still fighting now. And there are so many kills. Many are dying. And these volleys are still going. Now that is where my ally might have the edge. He's holding back the enemy and using his archers to do a majority of the damage. But his Glade Lord is still taking shots, and losing that early on could really destroy you. Oh, he's healing up a bit. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, the archers are doing so much damage. They took out the Iron Breakers, which is really incredible. They have no kills at all. Hold on, let's go into slow motion. That way we can look at what's happening. Slayers are moving in. Now, these guys are largely unarmored. If his archers can move back in time. and shoot them. That can do a lot of damage too. Over here we're looking at Thane still fighting, Beligar, and Longbeards with great weapons. We're looking at Tree Man. I was going to say Tree Men, but it's only one Tree Man. And War Dancers who are dying to a bunch of Dwarf Warriors. I mean, they do have a lot of armor. War Dancers probably won't be as good against Dwarf Warriors just because they lack the penetration to get through to them. My Tree Can are fighting the entire time, and that's why they're so darn good. My Tree Man's still fighting too. He has 35 kills. Not a ton of kills, but enough to cause some harm. Ungrim is fighting over here against a lot of my Spearmen. I believe he's been targeting Dirthy the entire time with his Master Engineer, which is logical. I would do that too. Master Engineer will not get a lot of kills, but you can have him target a large hero like that. I think they're pretty good for that role. My Wildwood Rangers are taking more damage, 47 kills. That Master Engineer is still going after Dirthy and getting hits in. I mean, that's a lot of damage, 280 for weapon strength. Well, 334 for missile damage. And I use my Curse of Anna here, that way they're not accurate. Yeah, they're trying to go after Dirthu, and a lot of hits land, which is unfortunate. That's why I'm trying to move him back. He's very easy to hit because he's so large. I need to go after my Tree Man. I'm beginning to really destroy their lines. We need to go into slow motion again. That is a pretty cool scene. Let's go check out my ally. I'm shooting the Thunderers with all of my archers. That's a lot of shafts hitting them. They do have shields, which is why they're tough. I've got those shields. Did they always have shields? I don't remember them having shields. I guess they do. I don't know. I don't know why that would be a thing that I don't remember. Okay, let's go look over here again. War Dancers are fighting in a big hub. They are fighting Slayers, and they will eventually beat the Slayers. I mean, the Slayers have no armor at all. They do have shields. Well, not shields, sorry. They do have their ability, Whirling Axes. They can block an arrow with a 30% chance, which is not very high. I'm glad we have that information. Longbeards are over here. They're still fighting. I'm actually shocked that my ally is still going. He brought in a Treekin, a Waystalker, a Spell Singer. That's why he was able to heal up his Glade Lord. Maybe that's why he was a little bit more aggressive. 36 kills. The Tree Man's still fighting and not taking a lot of damage. He's going to be hard to take down just because of how durable he is. The Wood Elves are very interesting in how they play out. They have a lot of staying power on the battlefield, and you need to maneuver a lot too. You can't just stay still and expect to win. You've got to move a lot. Whereas your Treekin can be a little bit more stationary. The remainder of what you have can go in to fight a lot. I have my Tree Man going after Thunderers now. I'm over here moving Dirthu away. Too much damage. And I think now my enemy will begin to target him. Ungrim has 52 kills. He's gotten a lot of kills fighting all my Spearmen. Runesmith is here to buff and, hurt me with Runes of Wrath. My Treekin are still going, 32 kills, getting a little bit of kills. My archers are destroying their infantry. I didn't use my Waystalker as much, only 12 kills right now. I probably could have earlier on. He's going to get kills each shot he takes. Over here, my Spearmen are winning their fight, which is really surprising. I didn't think they would, but they are. The Wildwood Rangers are moving in, 23. Even 23 at this stage of the game can be quite deadly and do a lot of damage. And over here, my enemy wasn't able to break through the infantry, but they were being flanked by Starfire shots from archers, and that is really powerful and very effective. I mean, they're going to really take a big hit now. Here's a Great Eagle. Here's a Glade Lord. 51 kills. We've got Quarrelers who are over here, still being shot. They're way too grouped together. One group probably can't shoot. The Hawk Riders have armor piercing, and while they can't get a ton of kills, they're actually pretty effective with their utility. They can go after targets if you need them to charge in. I've killed a lot of my target. They're chasing me right now. I end up using my item and my Lamentation to cause damage to that Dwarf Warrior group that came after me. They did a little bit of damage, but I killed more of them. Thank you, Dirthu. I haven't really tried Orion as much yet. He's very squishy, that's why he worries me. And now I'm having all my archers go after Ungrim. But Ungrim has a lot of armor, even with my armor piercing. I can only whittle him down, but that is my goal, to whittle him down. And I'm moving all my infantry to go after Ungrim. The Master Engineer will probably break in just a moment. He's very low in leadership. The Treekin are doing fine. My Tree Man, 71 kills. He was very effective the entire time. But that is how you use a giant creature. You want him to stay in the battle. You can't rely on him. If you build an army around that, he's not going to be able to kill quickly enough, or she's not going to be able, or it will not be able to kill quickly enough to help you win the fight. It's a tool that is meant to be used as a tool, but not as your mainstay tool, your core, your bulk, your hammer, I guess. There's a Glade Lord going after whatever. Ah, Thane, okay. And over here we have Beligar, still fighting. That tree man's still staying. 24 kills only. He's now reforming his army. Let's go look at that real quick. He's reforming his army. Still shooting a lot more. The Spellsinger is now in melee combat. She's very cool too with her animations. I like how she fights a lot. She's being shot a little bit by her friends. She's like force choking a few things. Pretty cool. Dragging him away, knocking back a few. Only 3 kills for the Quarrelers. Let's go look at my line. All my infantry is coming by, so what I do, I bring my Sisters of the Thorn over here, and I have them come use a debuff, that Curse of Anna here. That way, Ungrim will slow down. Yeah, Sisters of Thorn are very good, just because of that buff and debuff. It's a free buff and debuff that you only have to wait for with a cooldown. Yeah, look at that. Now he's not able to move quickly. Now my units can catch up. Dirthay is moving away. I'm going to have him go after that Master Engineer in a little while. I'm using my archers to go after the Runesmith and other melee units that might come back. I want them all gone. That way they can't help again. My ally is beating the entire Clan Angrith army too, which again caught me off guard. Check that out. He lost a lot of infantry. He tried too hard to go after that tree man. I mean, I get it, but he shouldn't have. Thunderers would have been effective for that. Ungrim is not taking a lot of damage. The Master Engineer is done for. He's running away. And we got him. Ungrim couldn't do it. Yep, aim and fire. Even though your archers, I hope my archers didn't say that. I believe they did. Oh, come on. Aim and fire? I mean, we are using Starfire arrows, but still.
Stalking the prey.
There we go. We shoot the remainder of them up. My ally is probably about to kill Beligar. I use Flock of Doom on Ungrim, and he eventually just falls apart and dies. Look at that, 190. And Ungrim is done for. Knocked a few of my guys down. Can I kill my own? Oh, man. Well, he's gone. And Beligar's gone too, or breaking at the very least. Yeah, he's breaking. And we won the battle. Hopefully that gave you a good introduction on how to play the Wood Elves. Let's go look at my kills real quick. Eternal Guardsmen did their part. They stayed in the battle. I upgraded these guys a little bit. I don't think I upgraded all of them. Maybe I did. At least to 1 rank. My Glade Guards did not get a huge amount of kills, but they were handy tools. My Treekin stayed in place. My Tree Man, 73 kills. He was very good to help out my Treekin who were staying in place. My Sisters of the Thorn, 45 kills, which is pretty good. Waystalker could have gotten more if I had him firing from the very beginning, but it's 25. So I took out that Dwarf player, took out his Flame Cannon, and after that, he just began to lose a lot. Oh, I can't click on the other targets anymore. What the heck? Well, that changed up. I wonder if that's intentional. I hope not. Huh. Okay. Well, thank you for watching, and don't forget to leave a like down below. I hope that you did enjoy this part. Let me know what faction you want me to play next, or what hero, what lord, whatever you want. Let me know. Don't forget to leave a like, and as always, until then.